We are live. What's going on, everybody? It is S.E.T Media. We got Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube in here, man. You got Key in here, your favorite big forehead YouTuber. And we're back with another day of content, man. We got something special for y'all today. Dr. Phil, yes, Dr. Phil and Donald Trump. We're going to kick it off with that. Roll down the list. We got some other interviews of Dr. Phil's we're going to get into today. But, man, as always, go ahead and smash that like button before we get into this content, man. Appreciate the support. Let's do it.
Conviction of every
logical interview that you're doing too. You're sort of being my psychiatrist.
You've been called every name in the book. Why do you subject yourself to this? What do you say to yourself when the crowds aren't cheering? What is the hardest, darkest moment? There's an addiction to revenge. Nobody would fault you. You say, it ends here. It ends with me.
Our country's in tremendous danger of World War III, and I don't think I've ever said this on air before.
Last week, 12 jurors deliberated for 2 days and rendered a verdict finding Donald Trump guilty on all 34 charges of falsifying business records,
and just for
leading
context,
to an unprecedented felony
this interview
conviction
is
of
about
not
2
only
months
a former
old.
president, but also the front-runner
2
nominee
months since
for
this
the
time. It was about 2 months since it was released. So if you look at the polls now, that's a lot closer than when he said this. But still, in a lot of the polls, and if you look at a lot of the consequential states, the swing states, Trump is leading still, but it's a lot closer than it was 2 months ago. They've rallied a lot on the left, Tim Walz and, the rallies, I guess, from Kamala have been enough to garner that support, and they've caught up in a lot of the polls.
By the Democrat Party, a local judge.
But make sure to like the video on the way in, man. We got Trump, Dr. Phil. We got some other Trump or some other Dr. Phil interviews right up after this, man. But we're going to kick it off with Dr. Phil and Trump. Sat down, asked him some tough questions. Trump answered them pretty smoothly, I say. And, yeah, man, we're going to get into this today. So make sure to like the video.
Going to do what they want. He goes up to somebody and they say,
Thanks.
Dr. Phil, you're going to jail for 15 minutes.
When that court system come and knock on your door, you get hit with that subpoena and you feel that pressure on your neck and your back saying, yeah, we need you to get up on stand and say Trump did these things. And he's like, or what? And they looking at you like, you really want to find out? Yeah, trust me, you're signing whatever documents, you're saying whatever you need to say on stand to protect your and your family's ass. And it's just like that. It's just like that, man. There's a hierarchy to this shit. And when them big dogs come and find you and say play ball, you ain't got no choice but to play goddamn ball. Democracy that I know and love that they told us about in school. You telling me if they don't like you, they could weaponize the court system against you, put all type of trumped up charges, no pun intended, place all these charges against you in the hopes that they just, that you just crumple under the pressure? Not because you're guilty, not because you have something to hide, not because you actually did something, but just because the immense amount of pressure just makes you topple over because you're facing the American justice system. And who can beat that? What one man has ever shown he can beat the American justice system?
And so they make a deal, and that's what I talk about. That's what I mean when I say prosecutorial abuse.
I don't care if you're a former
anyone
president.
ever-
And we got almost 200 of y'all in here already, man. Do me a favor. If you're in here right now, double tap that screen, man. Show some support to the channel and the video. You can also hit the 3 buttons in the upper right-hand corner, man. Smash that like button, man. Let's get a lot of people in here. Got a fire stream plan for y'all today. We got some Dr. Phil content. We're starting off with Trump, but we got some other people he interviewed right up after this. So let's get a lot of folks in here. Let's have a fire stream. Make sure to super chat in as well if y'all got anything y'all want to add to the content, to the video, questions, thoughts, jokes, anything y'all want to say, man. $1 or more, I'll read it aloud on stream for y'all. I got y'all.
When you called about this horrible witch hunt, that, in all fairness, they've had going.
And that's
against me
exactly
for
what it
years.
is,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. It's been-
All they got to do is say you did something and everybody's coming at you, pitchforks and fire on sticks. They running you out of town. We're literally a witch hunt, a good old fashioned one where they ain't stopping until they get you. And just because Trump is still running, just because those cases have kind of subsided, we haven't heard too much about it. Don't think they ain't done coming for him. Think about it. They try to put a bullet between his eyes. Don't think they ain't done coming for this man. 400 of y'all in here already. We're just getting started on today's stream, man. So if y'all wondering what the topic is, it's Dr. Phil. He's interviewing a lot of prominent figures. We're starting off with Trump, but we're going to transfer into some other people after this. It's going to be a fire stream. So go ahead and keep the likes up, man. I want to see this video well over 200 likes. Smash that like button, man. Let's get a lot of folks in here. It's going to be a fire stream. And we're going to have a fire discussion in this chat. I'm already seeing some people who are on both sides, for Trump, against Trump. It's all good. Doesn't matter what side you on, man. Let's keep it going in the chat.
Remember it, and it was raining out. We're going to indict you for perjury.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I have a lot of
some people love him, some people hate him.
Probably 25
polarizing guy.
In a couple of months say, whatever you do, don't testify, because you'll say something that's a little bit off, and you will be indicted for lying, for perjury. These are evil people.
I don't know. It's just weird to call somebody a Trump supporter when it's just like, all right, you're at a cookout, right? The two options are hot dogs and hamburgers. You don't really love both. Actually, you're kind of tired of both. Like, you didn't had both your whole life. You say hamburger. Does that mean you love hamburgers? We got two choices. If I say Trump, does that mean I'm a diehard Trump, make America again, red hat wearing, big truck driving MAGA supporter? No, it just means we have two choices, and I think he's the better option right now. Doesn't mean I'm a full diehard, get on my knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that. So I love when y'all say, like, oh, you're a Trump supporter, you're a Trump supporter. Like, bro, we got two options. We got two choices. Pick one. I just so happen to think he's the better choice. Is he perfect? No. Hell nah. Same way y'all are calling me a Trump supporter, an alleged Trump supporter, and I can admit he's not without flaw. He's probably done some shit. He has his fair share of problems. It's the same way y'all can't get up here and say the same thing about Kamala, who y'all just blindly like to go and be Kamala apologists, right? Defend every action that she's done, right? Excuse it, give reason to it. Y'all can't do the same thing that I'm sitting here doing, and I'm saying I'm not even a Trump supporter like that, but y'all support Kamala, and y'all can't go back and be like, yeah, she's made this or that mistake, but I feel like these are the reasons we should vote her in. Mistakes aside.
The way I'm afraid of you is don't testify.
Y'all just want to just disregard him completely. No, she hasn't done anything. She's in the comments in the chat. If y'all got anything y'all want read aloud, I can't keep up with every comment. I'm trying my best to engage, but if y'all got a comment y'all want read aloud, something you want me to debate, something you want me to respond to, just anything you want to add to the stream as well, jokes, comments, whatever, $1 or more, I'll read it aloud on chat, man. We can keep it going. We can keep it entertaining. Let's have some fun with it. If not, it's fine. Make sure to double tap that screen, like the video, show the channel some support. Let's get the algorithm loving the video, which a part of that is likes. So let's get the likes up, get it pushing the algorithm, get more folks in here. Let's continue to have this stream.
Stuff out by
the fire stream. Shout out to the chat and the supporters, man. Quick shout out to everybody tuning in. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, man. 7K, man. We appreciate the support here at S.E.T Media, man. Go ahead and sub to the channel if you haven't already, man. We got endless content for you guys. We don't just cover politics. We don't just cover Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. We got dating. We got a podcast. We got a lot of other content. So scroll through our catalog. Y'all have found something that y'all love in there and you didn't even know we had. But continue to sub to the channel, man. Road to 10K. Join in on the journey.
I get these questions from
7K, like man. Don DeMarco. Appreciate y'all.
You know, people that
yourself.
All of us,
If you want to see more of our conversation, we have an app, Merit Plus. It's free. Download it, and you can watch us on your phone or your iPad. Take us wherever you go. Doesn't matter.
Man, appreciate y'all, dog. Appreciate y'all. We're going to get right into the next video. Like I said, we're going to keep it coming. We got hella stuff for y'all today, man. Stream's just getting started, so if you're just now getting in here, you ain't missed much yet. We got the rest coming up for y'all. It's going to be a fire stream. Double tap that video. Let's get right into the next one. You got my lighter, don't you?
RFK,
You were catching
Tulsi
up with
Gabbard,
me in
bro,
Las
got the
Vegas,
Justice
Nevada,
League
where
going on from.
And you did hear Trump kind of adapt some of RFK's policy when he said he's going to start attacking these corporations who are putting all these carcinogens and these chemicals in our food.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie.
He said that on his rally the other day.
Ooh, I like how you picking that up. Because I'm saying it's the health thing that everybody forgets. It's
Everybody
America's
can get
health.
on that train. Everybody should be able to get on that train. Like, why should we allow these companies to continue
Poisoning us.
profiting over caring over the people?
Yeah, they allow over 10,000 chemicals that other countries don't allow in their food just so they can preserve their food, give it a longer shelf life. So they're risking our health just so they could keep a box of cereal on the shelf longer. Ain't that crazy?
I am catching up.
But okay, serious. There's an alternate universe where Trump was actually. I mean, and again, alternate universe. So hear me out. Where Trump was actually got that day, and we're just living in the ramifications of that.
Man, we all
reality.
outside with our guns and all that because the Civil War done popped off.
Protesting, Civil
MAGAs
War.
just couldn't go.
Man,
I can see that.
it would have been a catastrophic situation, low key. People would have been in the streets that night.
Yeah, make sure to like the video though. Let's get us to 60 likes. Wouldn't be saved, man. And at a certain point, hey, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. The fact that this man, like I said, took a bullet while talking, and then he kept campaigning. Bro didn't play scared. He didn't be like, oh, I need an extra upgrade on my security. None of that. He said, look, man, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on hitting the spots. And we gonna get this rally going, man. Oh, yeah, and make sure that you go ahead and like the video, man. Double tap the screen for us, and let's get us to 70 likes. We appreciate the support. And if you want to engage with us, send a super chat with a question or comment, $1 and up. Appreciate y'all.
We got y'all, man. Appreciate the support.
It's kind of crazy because this, bro, he literally got shot and a person literally died from it, and they still say it's a hoax. And you know what I like?
So I'm trying to figure out how.
I would like all these niggas to get sued. I know y'all need to get the Alex Jones treatment.
No,
so
really, for the Sandy Hook shit?
Yeah, for the Sandy Hook shit, yeah. Y'all need to get this. Y'all need to get that Pennsylvania rally lawsuit. This family should be able to come after you and sue you because you said, oh, their death was a hoax. So just like Alex Jones got hooked up on that, some of y'all need to get hooked up in that courtroom and be like, oh yeah, you know, my bad. I thought it was a finesse. So I thought it was a hoax.
Nah.
Yeah, so did Alex Jones. Look what happened to him.
Nah, dog. You know what? I fully agree. Just like you said, how they attack Alex Jones, this man had to file for bankruptcy. I want y'all to have to go through the same thing because y'all just put these families through a whole lot of unneeded trauma by I don't know.
Denying.
Opening that wound back up. They're over here grieving. You over here trying to deny their grief. Like, nah, that didn't really happen. It was planned. It was
your husband didn't really die.
It was
for real. It's
scripted.
like, are you for real?
like what?
Two others.
Who thought they weren't going to make it? You know,
It was touch and go,
So-
and
You
They're
got
gonna be getting
streamers, you got influencers saying they
probably
deserve it
close
for
to $1.5
showing up at a
million
Trump rally.
dollars.
Get the hell out of here. It's
How do you
despicable.
feel about the
it's
Secret
despicable.
Service?
Like, bro, if you honestly think somebody deserves to die because they was at a Trump rally,
And I'm not even going to mention his name on here because honestly, he doesn't deserve the clout. But I was actually a fan of some of his content before he said that.
Man.
But after he said that, I'm not going to lie. I looked at him in a whole different light. I was like, you serious, dude?
bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I kind of always felt like that guy was a bit weird because, like, he got more and more extreme with his anti-Trump rhetoric, and I'm just like, oh, all
Where's
right,
he
bro.
headed with this?
Yeah, where are you heading with this? Because, like, these are not just evil people we're talking about. They're not Al Qaeda. They're not.
You're talking about regular Americans here.
Yeah, they're not Nazis or anything. But
The insurrectionists, the Trump supporters, people who showed
yeah,
up at
it's like
rallies.
y'all literally trying to dehumanize an entire voting group. And y'all think that's okay. And then y'all want the superiority complex over them so you want to think you're better than them.
And then
Because a
people
lot of
come
y'all
out-
are losers.
People attack
voting
y'all
for Kamala.
If people attack y'all side like that, y'all willing to jump down their throats. Y'all ain't having it,
Bro.
but y'all can just vilify the other side.
Man, and there are losers voting for Trump. Yes, there are. But man, y'all losers who vote for Kamala, y'all is the most egregious.
Bro, we're gonna stop doing this where we just accuse one side of something that the other side is also guilty of. There's low IQ, stupid people on both sides, clearly. So quit saying that Trump's voting base is just low IQ, low IQ. Like, bro, there's some lefties that are Kamala's voting base that are stupid as hell.
Oh, hold
Get the hell
on.
outta here.
So you think that girl with the colored hair yelling abortion, abortion, abortion is smarter than what? Your average Donald Trump
Get
voter?
the hell out of here.
It's like, okay, bro.
It's because y'all lefties go to school don't
job
mean y'all
they
so
do.
much smarter.
They're trying to let all these immigrants so they can go ahead and take the voting block or whatever. It's because they don't trust Americans no more. And it's been told that, well, they don't trust Americans to vote for the right people. That's why they so-called rigged the election. That's why they're letting in all these immigrants so they can be loyal to the Democratic Party for letting them in. So they're going to disown it for now. But when they're here and they're voting, they're going to be the main one going, well, we let y'all into our policy, so you better vote for us. Well, us Americans sitting here going like, oh, so this is what the whole plan was. It was F us all along.
That's what they hoping for. That's the plan they hoping for.
Yeah,
though.
and I'm gonna be real with you. The great replacement theory, it probably wouldn't even work because let's be real, the immigrants come over here and they want to live under Republican policies too.
Low key.
They don't want this liberal agenda they got going on.
Because let's be honest, when immigrants get over here, man, they're only looking out for them family and themselves. Low key, an immigrant will be fine with coming off immigration right after they made it over here.
Man,
Come on. Let's be honest.
and for those of y'all who don't believe in the whole immigration thing, like, oh, well, what you mean immigrants voting? I'm like, okay, so y'all haven't read the stories where these people are getting driver licenses and social security. Yes, they get driver licenses and social security numbers. They're getting cars with 4,000 EBT on them. Yes, they're getting groceries, they get money, they get 2 cards, food stamp and a debit card. You telling me they're not setting these people up to vote? Or are you that blind? Like I said, it's okay you don't research. It's okay, man. That's why here at St. Community, we got y'all. Make sure to like the video, man. Let's get us to 90. Let's get to 90 likes. You can let immigrants over, and we can give them a card or social security. You hook them up with a hotel or living situation. So that means they have somewhere where they can register to vote. They have an ID where they can vote. They got social security where they can vote. And not only can they eat and buy stuff now, so they got all the 5 things you need to be an American to vote, basically. 2 of them you don't really need, but they got a good 3. They got the main 3 you need to vote.
They come over here spoiled.
Man. So it's kind of crazy. Like I said, people don't see the play, but don't worry, man. Here at St. Key Media, shoot.
We got y'all.
We tell you tomorrow's news today.
That's what that's socialism in terms of everything else. Then all of a sudden they realize that's not going to be politically acceptable. They didn't want to do it. They didn't have the guts to make that move. And they ended up with her. And then the fake news media, of course, got right behind her. And at this moment,
Like I said,
she...
y'all got a lot of questions we can go ahead and answer for you. We can even go ahead and do the deep dive research for you. But hey, we ain't diverting the show for a non-supporter. So go ahead and send a super chat, $1 enough for any comment or questions. We'll go ahead and engage with it. If it's a question, we'll go ahead and answer it for you. To the best of our ability, we'll even go ahead and do the research live. But I promise you, you're going to get pretty salty about what we know and what you don't know. And that's not even me being cocky. That's just me knowing that, well, some people definitely do come ill-informed when it comes to Trump. Because, Trump derangement syndrome.
Come spewing talking points that they low-key just told y'all to say. Shit that they know y'all will get triggered over, so they just repeat it.
And the reason why y'all get so mad when we speak like this is because y'all know y'all didn't listen to nobody legit. Y'all went to Don Lemon, y'all went to CNN
so y'all
to get your anti-Trump
so
support.
Confident, why we stand on our business so strong when it comes to these issues. So I think it just low-key just... I don't know. It's
because I ain't let no figure on TV tell me what to think. They're upset.
Half of these political pundits are.
Oh man, shout out to my man, bro.
Shout out Daniel Castro, man. First super chat of the show. Let's get you your proper Don DeMarco due respect,
man. Cause it's funny. Because it's funny how many people do know about how they are illegally issuing social security numbers to illegals. You better find out before you speak. Exactly. Y'all don't know. There's too many stories that's been going around from Chicago to California to New York where these immigrants are getting it off. Bro, I just read a story. Where a bunch of immigrants came in and took over an apartment complex with a gun, knocking on people's doors, telling them to get the fuck out. Like this is Israel back in 1948 or something. It's like they got squatters kicking Americans out their crib and y'all don't know this. But y'all want to talk and call us idiots? If y'all don't get off this stream and go do some real research. And for those of y'all that want to hear it from us, I appreciate you. Make sure to go ahead and double tap the screen for us. And shout out Daniel, man. We appreciate you, big dog.
Yes, sir. Shout out Daniel.
And if other countries, maybe in Europe or other places, are going to say, we're going to charge you 10% tax, and the U.S. is going to be at 54% when you add local and state taxes. I mean, they get paid for how much money they make. It's a simple business, very simple business. How much money is the company making? And if you're going to have to pay 54% here, you're gone. You're going to move to another country. They have some very nice countries to live in.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? He speaks about that because, like, look, what Gavin Newsom did in California is despicable because he literally priced billion-dollar companies out of California. He priced them out. He policy them out. Like there's a couple policies that he just priced them out and they said, hell no. Nah.
Very loyal to.
And shout out HITC with another $5 super chat. We appreciate the support on the channel, man. People don't do no research. They just talk. Much respect. They don't know about Aurora, Colorado, where S.E.T just said that's exactly where that took place at, in Colorado. So, and if you know anything about Colorado, it's like a huge Hispanic population. I've actually been there myself.
Hey,
their shareholders, they almost have an obligation to.
Only imagine what's going down in
she's
Arizona.
Going to chase a lot of companies out of our country with what she's talking about.
You've been commander-in-chief.
But
She's been
I ain't gonna lie though.
commander-in-chief.
If Kamala starts setting prices for these companies, right? And there's a problem with setting prices for companies. Like a pharmaceutical company say, oh, well, you can't charge past this. Well, how are they going to get their bottom line out? Well, now they got to take the job out of America, send it overseas to get it done for cheaper. So that this little price set that they can't go above, they can go ahead and make money off it because they done took out the labor part. They done, instead of paying people $20 an hour in their factories, they can go overseas and pay people $5 an hour in their factories. And Kamala is low-key making policies for them to do that.
So only businesses that can afford to be in California.
Yeah, so she's going to destroy the job market if we let her. She's going to destroy the housing market if we let her. She says she want to cap rent and build a whole bunch of houses. Bro, that's how China's housing economy got destroyed. Them building a whole bunch of houses that nobody could afford to live in. Like, look, oh, man. All right, let's go because y'all be killing me sometimes, but I love the ones who are tuning in and listening. Make sure to double tap that screen for me.
On the border, as commander-in-chief,
appreciate you, Hitsy.
Grade her paper on the border. If you want to see more of our conversation, we have an app, Merit Plus. It's free.
And we're going to keep the stream going, man. We're going to scroll right into the next video, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying the stream. Don't matter what side you on, because I know a lot of y'all disagree with what we saying right now, and it's all fine and dandy. What the stream is being hosted for is to hear each other out. If y'all got some opinions y'all want to share, super chat into the show. $1 or more, we'll debate, we'll research, we'll answer, we'll read aloud on stream. Whatever you guys want, we got y'all.
And you know what's crazy? Now, if you tax imports, you know about imports and exports and all that good stuff, right?
Of course.
Now, when imports come in, that's the stuff that come to us. If we're taxing the imports, the stuff that comes for us, doesn't that mean we're making the money on it? Yeah, but if we get taxed on our exports, that means we're losing money on it. It's like, bro, these people don't know basic economics. I love it. I love it. But let's go to the R.
I guess their argument is it hurts the consumer in the back end because if we're taxing them and then they're, having to pay higher price, that cost is just kind of getting put back onto the consumer on the back end. Is that your argument?
I feel like I'm on the right path.
Because it's a plus for America.
You have,
like
I
to
think,
know.
close to, if not over 1 million people on your live
If Harris
stream
wins, the
for
Simpson wins. Shout
press
out Chris
conference
Reed,
and
man.
that
Hold on, he
is
said if
under
Harris
lock. You have
wins, the
suspended
Simpson
your
wins.
Doing his ice.
He said the Simpsons. I ain't gonna lie, the Simpsons did predict that Donald Trump being president. But here's the crazy part. What did also the Simpsons predicted? They predicted Donald Trump also dying. Remember, they did have that man in the casket, and we were almost there. That's what I said. We're in an alternate reality right now because the Simpsons told us where we were supposed to go. We wasn't supposed to have Donnie as the president. He was supposed to die, and who knows what type of bullshit went after. But that's what they said.
We still here, still kicking.
Ain't that crazy?
Like I said, we missed that alternate reality where Trump got KOD'd and people were rioting. Reed chiming back in with another $5 super chat. We appreciate the support to the channel, my boy. Where is Bill Gates and all this? Who is he going for?
Bill Gates is going for the Democratic side because they're pushing that climate change side. And Bill Gates also wants to depopulate Africa in a certain way. So Bill Gates is hiding behind the whole climate change thing right now because he stands to make the most money off it because he's, backing it the hardest. And he's also the one that wants us to eat crickets and all that good stuff.
That bug protein.
Yep, the bug protein is crazy. So whoever is backing a more communist or democratic regime, that's who Bill Gates is standing behind. And there's a reason why Bill Gates is a shadow figure all of a sudden. Because let's be real, back in the day, we used to know all what he was doing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we don't know nothing.
See him too much. He's not in the public sphere like that.
It's like he stopped being the richest man in the world and he done dipped into the shadows or something.
Into the background. Started playing Puppet Master, Kingmaker.
Man.
In your campaign, in your life, I'm sure.
Then, he got... He was
It's a
blackmailed by
difficult
Epstein, I
day
believe.
Really?
Yeah.
In many respects.
That's why
but
his wife left
I
him.
feel like I'm on the right path.
Linda Gates.
You had, I think, close to,
The whole
if not
Epstein,
over a million
situation.
people on your live stream.
Supposedly.
You know, I had this.
There's one thing I'm always gonna respect about RFK. This man don't tell you nothing he can't do. That is one thing I always loved about him.
Reparations. I ain't gonna be able to. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
He'll keep it a buck with you.
He's the only candidate I ever heard that said this. If a candidate said they're gonna give you reparations, they're lying. I was like, you got my vote just for saying. If he was running for president, he'd have my vote just for saying that. Because that takes a lot of balls to say, because you're damn near losing out on most of the black vote. Like, I remember he said that on High Level Conversation, bro. There was so many goofy, bro. So many goofy black brethren.
The actual black people that realize he's keeping it honest, he's keeping it transparent by telling y'all if a candidate tells y'all he's gonna get y'all reparations, it's just to get y'all to vote for him. It's actually respectable.
Yeah.
It's admirable. Like, oh, damn, you telling us up front?
Yeah,
you saying you're going to have our best benefit in your heart, but you're not going to promise us no fake reparations?
He said, look, I'm going to get y'all together, but I can't get y'all together with reparations. Just impossible.
Respect,
bro. While
man.
everybody else is going to wave that mug in your face, thinking that y'all just going to, oh, don't worry, we're just going to promise them money we're never going to give them. 40 acres and a mule, we've been telling them the same lie for years. Hopefully they believe it this year.
Interest
parties. He went to both parties and asked, like, all right, so what can y'all do for me, pretty much? And Kamala's party ain't want nothing to do with him.
Or Trump was the actual one that heard him out?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, bro. And here's a fake ass part, bro. Once they heard that Trump party heard him out, then Kamala party went to reach out and be like, oh, whoa, where you going, big dog?
Wait a second,
because they thought he was gonna drop out and endorse nobody.
Right.
You feel me? Because like I said, they'll believe in everybody where they were saying, oh, well, your votes affect Trump. Little do they know, they was like, if we got him on our side, it would affect Trump vote even more. Now that he's aligned with Trump, now all his voting spear is going to Trump.
That was poor strategy by them.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You don't never kick him out that way when, he could have proved a useful asset.
Man, and shout out Daniel, man. I speak because I care about everyone. I like that, man. Real big-hearted guy. I like that.
And juvenile diabetes, and then the allergic disease like peanut allergies and food allergies and eczema, and all of these appeared in the mid-1980s. Oh, I never saw anybody with any of these diseases when I was a kid.
I grew up in the 50s, and these weren't issues.
They weren't issues. You didn't know anybody who had diabetes. You certainly did not know anybody who had autism. And now,
or peanut allergies.
Imagine being a Kennedy. Allergies. Like, imagine being a Kennedy. You gave your whole life to a party, and they don't even talk to you. You gave your whole life to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is one of the biggest parties because of your family, and they don't even give you the time of day. The disrespect is crazy. I feel though disrespect. I'm like, bro, my family gave they all to y'all niggas. They done died about y'all, and y'all can't even hear me out.
That is a little bit wild, honestly.
Man.
It is a little bit crazy.
Congress
the disrespect is crazy.
EPA, tell us what year these epidemics began. EPA scientists came back and
nobody else talks about children's health, America's health, but RFK. Like, that is one of our biggest concerning problems. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, America's health. The fact that we have such bad health leading into our bad mental health. The fact that we don't see how these steps go. Like, usually, sound body leads to a sound mind. It's crazy how we've all forgot that saying. And that's been a saying for, thousands of years. A sound body equals a sound mind. So if we're not getting fit as Americans, that means we're getting mentally unhealthy as Americans. And we need to fix that. I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro, that's one of the reasons why I damn near wanted to vote for RFK, because I'm like, he's the only person talking about the kids, and the kids are the future. Democrats want to talk about taking out kids, taking out the future with these abortion laws. But he's talking about helping the kids. Who do y'all align with? Do y'all like kids? Do y'all want to help the kids get healthy? Or do y'all just want to, vote to take kids out the game before they even get to start? Like,
election.
For those of y'all don't know, bro, they had to really keep Kennedy off the ballot. They had to really try and keep him off the debating stage. Because imagine if RFK was to get on that debating stage with Trump and Joe Biden. I ain't even gonna lie. He'd have probably took the entire Joe Biden's rally. It'd have been like, all right, we can't go with Biden, but we can definitely still go with RFK, and he can still be anti-Trump.
Yeah.
They'd have still been able to be anti-Trumpers. And then it had RFK, you know what? I'd have been okay. I'd have still hated the anti-Trumping thing because, y'all hate a guy for no reason.
RFK was just a solid follow-up option, honestly.
Bro,
I liked
he
a lot of
is.
his policies. They were progressive. They were forward thinking. They kind of aligned similarly with Trump in a way, right? He could have swung a majority of Trump's base. Kamala's base, I don't know. I feel like they're just leftists, but
And his average
RFK, he was right. He was right there where he could have swung Trump's
and his
voting
avid
base.
trail goers and free runners, bro. We like the fact that he stands with nature.
Yeah, fitness.
That he wants to go ahead and preserve nature too. It's like, bro, who's talking about that? Who's actually talking about keeping America clean, beautiful, keeping us healthy, and keeping our mindset right, keeping our mental state clear? It's like, who's really talking about that but him? Who's really? So now that he's joined Trump's camp, Kamala's can't miss out on something big. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what? I need to let out some truth about the so-called EPA and the FDA.
Oh, go ahead.
The Food and Drug Administration is the same people that's putting these chemicals into your food that let lobbyists put these 10,000 chemicals into your food that causes cancer, inflammation, and genetic destruction. You can go ahead and look that up. Now, this is what the FDA allows. This is why we need to dismantle them. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is the same people who low-key are stopping us from having free energy. Yes. They're the ones that are going to these inventors and telling them to stop coming up with these patents for free energy because it might hurt the environment, but really it's going to hurt the electric industry, the oil industry. That's what the EPA do. That's why we want to dismantle it, because it's keeping us in the Stone Age in a way. We're supposed to have wireless electricity. We're supposed to have carbon engines, but we don't have it because of this EPA. We're supposed to be able to eat healthy food, but we don't got that because of the, FDA. So come on now, educate yourself here.
He's a very experienced trial lawyer.
He is.
He's tried a lot of large cases, so, and a lot of it.
Look, bro, take any food. Go ahead, take any food. Go ahead and take them Tyson nuggets out the fridge. Look at that candy bar you eating. Look at the ingredients. If you can't pronounce what that is, if you don't know what the hell is in that ingredient is, that long ass word, or the red 40 and these dyes and all that, look up what it does. And they will legitly tell you everything these chemicals do to harm the human body. It will legitly tell you. Please look this up. And I don't even care if you're going, oh, this man sounds crazy. Just look it up out of curiosity to prove to me that I'm crazy. Just prove to yourself that I'm crazy, and look up these harmful chemicals that are destroying the human body in our food. Please just look it up. I don't even care if you hate me. Just look it up.
Environmental. So,
save your damn self.
He might.
And make sure to like the video, man. Get to 140 likes. Appreciate
you.
y'all.
As Attorney General, there's a lot of things he could offer to the administration.
That's true. They're a very smart guy,
But you welcome him.
I do.
You welcome his support.
Well, number one, I've known him a long time, and I've always had a good relationship. I mean, we're sort of on opposite sides of some issues, but I've always had a good relationship with him, and I'm very honored by his support.
Well,
Hey, instead of laughing in the chat, go look it up about these processed foods. Like I said, y'all too busy clowning instead of actually looking into this stuff. There's, so many articles, .orgs, peer reviews, did by universities. Did by universities, my man. Even Harvard did a study. You go to Harvard study and you'll find a study about how these foods are poisoning you. Like, it's been studied for the past, I would say, 5 years or so. It's just now becoming a thing where everybody's coming out about these foods and stuff. Look up Yaki Awakening. Bro, there's a lot of people who's coming out about the food industry and how we are being poisoned, about how the FDA has been lobbied to let all this stuff poison us. Bro, if you buy some chips out in another country across the sea, let's say you go to Europe or, I don't know, an Arab country, you buy some Doritos, it's going to be looking like some really different Doritos. Them Doritos are going to look hella different. Look it up. Look at Doritos in our country and look up Doritos in other countries. You would be surprised by the difference. Man, shout out to the $10 super chat, man, Chris Reed. I was on another panel and he was talking about Kamala Harris working at McDonald's. I think McDonald's would not be here in the future because they do not want to pay $20 minimum wage. No, bro, McDonald's won't be here in the future, bro. You think McDonald's gonna pay niggas $20 to flip burgers? Bro, they will go to China. They will go back. Well, they're already in China. They're already all over the world. McDonald's make enough money so where they can cut all the stores here and just be like, all right, cool. Y'all don't want to let us poison y'all people? Well, y'all don't want to let us get away with underpaying? Well, in their eyes, because let's be real. $10 is $10 an hour, $12 an hour is fair for McDonald's work in my eyes. them getting paid $20 an hour is asinine, and it don't help McDonald's out. So yeah, when they ask get up out of here and we don't got McDonald's no more, even though it was an American started company, man. Boy, that's gonna be quite the day. And I'm be real with you, I'm gonna be on that side like, hey, good riddance. I'll see y'all later. Like, we didn't need y'all anyway.
You could give every American 3
Oh,
meals.
no. But for the person that said I bench double your body weight and run 3 miles, tobacco is still poison. 1, not tobacco. 2, really, you do all that, but your profile is called girls? I don't know about that, big dog. I don't know about that, G. But I appreciate you. Hey, I'm weak as hell, man. Chris Reed, Chick-fil-A is the new McDonald's. Yes, it is, because you see what they did? They changed their chicken. They had healthy-ass chicken. They got their chicken from a very good source, and everybody liked it. Now they went and switched it up, and now they got the chicken with the chemicals in them. Bro, there's nowhere safe. You might as well just quit fast food altogether. Like, you know what? I say here, quit fast food. Stop eating the shit. It is all poison. Just stop it. Like, there's nowhere safe for you to go no more, okay? Just start growing your food and your fruits and vegetables in the backyard, or if you got land, or just go to Whole Foods. I know it may be a little bit expensive, but hey, man, you gotta stay healthy out here. Because if you ain't healthy, man, you ain't gonna have a sound mind. You ain't got a sound mind, you won't be able to perform straight. So you gotta fix that eating first.
If you want to see more of our conversation, we have an app, Merit Plus. It's free. Download it.
Man. Ain't that crazy. But we got one more for y'all. And then on the next one, bro, we're about to do the full RFK interview. And then we also got to get into the Benjamin Netanyahu interview that he did. Because I kind of want to hear the other side. I like to hear S.E.T media. I like to hear both sides. Because I've been hearing the pro-Palestinian side a lot. I need to hear more of the pro-Israel side a little bit. I need to hear how they feel or what they're seeing. And I need to see it from their perspective a little bit too. So I can meet somewhere in the middle and find out what's really going on. You know, that's how we like to do things here at S.E.T Media. Like, we hear one side out, we hear the other side out, then we come here in the middle and we're like, all right, who's BSing? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because if you do look into this whole election rigging thing that a lot of the Biden supporters and Kamala supporters don't believe in, which is understandable. It's understandable, because when I first heard it, I was like, yo, this is the first time I'm ever hearing about an election being rigged. Then when I looked it up, I've been looking like, oh, so elections has been rigged throughout time and time again. It's just now our turn, apparently. Because then I had to look a little deeper into it, and I'm like, okay, mail-in ballots. But mail-in ballots have been around for a minute, so that's not too bad. Oh, okay. Certain countries messing with our voting tech. All right, that may be a problem, but it's hard to prove that. So when they try to come up with the grounds of, all right, yeah, we need to go ahead and give a fair election to where it's either, well, as Trump say, too big to rig, or we got it locked up so well to where you got to come out there, you got to have your ID. We have it to the point where there's no way to rig it. Then, yeah, we need to get to that point, but we can't have this to where, we got people getting 4 or 5 ballots in the mail because 4 different people used to live at their crib, and now they can send in 4 votes for Trump or 4 votes for Kamala. Either way is cheating, and I would not like it. Like, I don't care if they're voting for a person I will vote for. If you're cheating, I don't like it. Man, I appreciate the support, man. Chris Reed coming in again. Man, appreciate you, big dog, man. Because when Trump and Elon takes office, Elon Musk will have a lot of power. Your postal services will be Amazon. If you do, Elon Musk, iRobot will be next. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. When Trump and Elon takes office, Elon Musk will have a lot of power. Your postal service will be Amazon. That could make, I don't know. It all depends on how cool Elon Musk is with Jeff Bezos. Like, do they really work like that to where, all right, F the postal service, hey, all Amazon. Hey, y'all do it better than them anyway. Damn, that would be a complete monopoly on there. I don't think we need that one. We may not need that one. But I appreciate it, man, Chris Reed. Oh, and he came in again. Chris Reed with a $5 super chat, man. I think we need to get rid of both candidates because they are both dangerous. If Joe Biden could fire somebody in 6 hours, we can hire somebody in 24, man. No, facts. Nah, facts. We kind of do need, okay, look. Because it's hard to trust Trump because of his cabinet. Trump's policy sounds real good, but his cabinet don't. Man, Kamala, well, the cabinet and the policies is all effed up. And now she got to plagiarize policies from Trump just to make her apologies kind of sound a little bit better. So when you talk about a bad cabinet and bad policies versus just a bad cabinet with good policies, who you choosing? Well, obviously Trump. But this bad cabinet, it may lead to World War III. It may lead to World War III. Kamala's cabinet definitely going to lead to World War III, dude. So do I go with the maybe or the definite? It's a very tough choice this election, and I hope y'all, make the best ones for not just you, but your family. Because a lot of us are men. And if World War III pop off, well, guess where we're going, guys? Yeah, to war. Hold on. Is it okay to cheat to win an election? What? Elites who talk politics daily, elites, Americans. I'm weak as hell. Elites make 150K or more per year. Bro, with inflation, you ain't an elite now unless you make $500,000 a year. With inflation now by 150 or more, bro, they're trying to turn you against your own people. Those people are not elites. If they making 150K a year, it's good money. But it's not elite. It's not elite money. They're not on no yachts or nothing. They're not buying jets. They're not buying Lamborghinis back to back and all that. Nah. I'd say about $500,000 a year. You're still not doing all that wild stuff, but you're probably in one of the best neighborhoods in your city. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We failed this generation of children when it came to education. Like the education that I got compared to the education that my little brother got is two different educations. When I asked my bro about like ancient history and World War, he going like, I don't know, man. Shoot. I'm like, what the hell was y'all learning in there? It's like, what y'all actually doing? Math, like all this other stuff. I got way more advanced, development on, way more advanced teaching on. So it's kind of like they got lazy on our kids, but for some reason they're pumping them full of political ideas more than pumping them full of knowledge. So they're pumping them idealism. They're not teaching these kids to be free thinkers. It's crazy what they're doing to these kids now. They're trying to make your kid liberal instead of making your kid an actual scholar. This is why people are now pushing towards private schools, Catholic schools, religious schools, because these are the people who keep that BS away. So if your kid's in a public school, they're getting a second-rate education. Well, really third rate. It's worse than that. Like the education system is effed up in the public system. Like they don't teach kids no more. And then when COVID happens, oh my God, they really stopped teaching kids. Like, man, people to be lazy when they incentivize people just to stay at home, bro, and pay them more than their job was paying them was crazy work. So why would you want to go back to work when you can just keep faking unemployment or claiming unemployment and getting paid more? Like people went from making $600 a week to like $1,400 to $2,000 a week on some craziness. When that really should have been used as an incentive to go to work. Like instead of helping the people to stay home, let's help these people to stay in their jobs. Because as soon as COVID was over, it was hard to get people in their jobs again. So there should have been some type of credit to been like, all right, we're going to give this credit to the businesses so they can pay their employees more to stay at work. So these employees don't want to try to get fired, because I seen there's a lot of dudes, bro, it was crazy. There were dudes trying to get fired so they can go on unemployment. Yeah, crazy. They were trying to get fired in a very specific way too so they can get that unemployment. So if there was some type of system put in place where, all right, well, instead of giving an extra $600 for people to sit at home, let's give that $600 for people to go to work for at least a couple months, and let's see how that helps America. The literacy rate down the toilet. It's a wrap. The literacy rate is over with. They can't read. Bro, they can't do proper math, but they know about all the liberal ideals, the liberal agenda. They don't know what a woman is, but they know what transgenderism is. It's like, bro, at a certain point, it's kind of our fault. We let it get too far. Like, man, it was better when we kept religion in schools. We took out religion and replaced it with politics, which is a different religion, pretty much. And it's sad what we've done to our kids. We can get ourselves out of it. It's just we got to stop the BS. We gotta fire some teachers. We gotta fire some overly liberal teachers who are gonna let their kids be free thinkers. Instead of, what's the word? I think it starts with a C, man. What's that word? Oh, no, it starts with an I. Indoctrinating them. Yes. to stop indoctrinating our kids and actually teaching our kids to be free thinkers. Because that's the only thing that's going to save America is the free thinkers. You know, man, there was a good point made in the chat, though. I have to address it because we do need to pay teachers more. There's two professions that we need to pay more to get better results out of. One is teachers, and the second is a bit controversial, but police. These are two jobs that we need to pay more and give more training to. We need to train teachers. One, we need to get the best of the best, the one that got all the creative way of teaching you math, science, etc. We need to get all the creative teachers, the free thinking teachers, and hire them and pay them more. Like, teaching need to be at least an 80K a year job, at least. The fact that it's 40K and you're damn near taking care of people's kids, so you're basically a daycare and you're a teacher. So you're basically a babysitter and a teacher at a certain point. You're holding these kids for 8 hours a day, especially if you're an elementary teacher. So they need to get paid at least 80K to do this BS. Because, bro, come on now. Like, they're doing it basically out of passion and not even getting no real financial incentives. Police, if we could go ahead and retrain them and get them more, I guess, psychological training, or I guess more, let's raise the emotional intelligence of police officers so they know actually how to deal with people. And let's pay them more for that. So not only do they got to be physically adept, they got to be mentally adept. And and if we raise the pay for that, they're going to work a lot better for us. We got to start short selling our people that's supposed to help us out. We be short selling those people, and then we be bumping the prices up of what? The fact that an OF girl makes more than a teacher is despicable. The fact that an OF or these corn stars make more than doctors is despicable. But this is what we let happen. It ain't their fault, it's our fault.
I think it's already collapsed. I think,
80K to take care of your kids for 8 hours and teach them something?
Inventoried.
That's fair.
Hold
on. He said they will beat President Trump. But here's the thing about President Trump. That man printed all that money to help, the American people, American businesses. Bro, the Biden administration printed all that money to give out to foreigners, give out to illegal immigrants, Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, everybody but us. Everybody but their own. It's kind of crazy.
Chronic disease epidemic, the biggest cost. That's costing us $4.3 trillion. We have to end that. We have to order debt. It's 4.3. It's 5 times our military budget. We've gone from 6% of GDP to healthcare to about 18%.
I do gotta knock Trump on that one. That $8 trillion, like I said, we could have used that a little better. Actually, we didn't even have to use that much, to be honest with you, because it's like I said. But what do? We took $44 billion and handed out EDD loans, and handed out, and everybody was doing the whole EDD thing, and everybody was out there with the SBA loans, and it didn't really help too much. But if we'd have put that money into the workers instead of it to the lazy people and the criminals, it'd have worked out a lot better for us. There's 7 virtues that all religions preach about, and then there's 7 sins that you only really hear about in the Bible. But I would want to teach a kid about chastity. I would want to teach a kid about temperance instead of being gluttonous. I would want to teach a kid to be charitable instead of being greedy. I'd want to teach a kid to be diligent and hardworking instead of lazy. I'd want to teach a kid to be patient instead of just being wrathful and just out here hitting people. I'd want to teach my kid to be kind instead of envious about how some of y'all are in the chat. Yeah, you're missing some virtues, big dog. Yeah. And I'd want to teach my kid humility instead of pride. And so I can have my kid be an arrogant bastard, to have him out here like these pride folks saying that they are God. This is why you want to teach virtues. So when I ain't pushing virtues, trust me, virtues is something you should just put upon yourself if you're a decent person. Man, it's crazy. I never told nobody to go grab a Bible or anything. That's the funniest part. I never told nobody to grab a Bible. You need Jesus. I didn't say Christ is king. But I did say that religion, it does teach you some virtues. Look, you can go in there and not believe anything. That's cool. But at least sit there and be like, you know what? They spitting with these virtues. They spitting with the 7 deadly sins, how you shouldn't do it. Like they cooking. Like, come on now, bro. You could be an atheist, read the Bible and be like, oh yeah, you know what? I would read this story to my kids so they can get that lesson. I may not be able to articulate it as well as this person wrote it down. It's like, let's keep it a buck. Come on, man. You can't beat religious virtue sometimes. Like, come on now. That's one of the main reasons why religious people have such a strong standing in America, is because of these virtues. It's like, and where are y'all's? Y'all over here, low-key acting out more of the sins and the virtues that y'all say y'all can teach yourselves. Ain't that crazy? But, all right, man. If y'all want to send in any more super chats, we can go ahead and read them out loud, man. Don't worry, I got y'all. So any questions or comments you want to be read out loud, just send it in $1 or up, man. Because shout out to Daniel Cassetto, man. You know, let's just go ahead and shout out the supporters of the show real quick, man. We got Chris Reed, man. Big thanks to Chris Reed, bro. You really done put up for the show, bro. Basically sponsored the show. Shout out Hit C, man. We appreciate you as well. And Daniel Castro, man. We appreciate you, Danielle. Danielle. Yes, Danielle. Appreciate you, man. Man. We appreciate y'all because I like the fact that RFK did touch on all this stuff, bro. I like the facts. He touched on a lot of things that most politicians don't touch on. That's why we always did say that, bro, if Kamala would have scooped him up, it'd have low-key helped her. It'd helped her more than Tim Walz. I'll tell you that. Tampon Timmy, it'd help more than that. Like, man. But like I said, if you got any questions or comments, so we know we're winding down to the end of the show. Don't worry, I got another one for y'all. Dr. Phil does more, bro. He got into an interview with not only a full one with RFK Jr., but another one with Benjamin Netanyahu. So for my pro-Israel people in here, don't worry. We're going to get to y'all side as well. And yeah, I'm definitely more spiritual than religious. Yes, I am. Like, I ain't even going to lie to you. I'm definitely more spiritual than religious. Like, I believe in more of the creator, the overall creator of the universe. And I believe more about that than a God in heaven that's a male and all this good stuff. I don't think that God can be honestly perceived. And it's kind of crazy to hold God just to one gender and all that. In my eyes. Like I said, believe what you want to believe. This is my true feelings about it. Because whatever you believe, as long as you're practicing those virtues, I don't care. I really don't. Like, as long as you're a more virtuous person, I really don't care how you get it. I don't care how you get there. I don't care if you have to sit on top of a mountain and pray for 10 hours to find these virtues. Just get them and be a better person. You'll be a plus to the society and overall the world, my man. But anyway, though, man, I'm going to go ahead and clock out right here. I appreciate the support, man. Don't worry, we'll be back with more, man. And it's okay, man. It's okay. I understand. Just because somebody talks spiritually or about religious, you think they can't be a free thinker when, yeah, they can. Trust me, I can think outside the religion of Christianity, Islam, and, well, Hindus. What's it called? I feel like I'm disrespecting the religion. But anyway, though, I appreciate the support, man. Don't worry, we'll be right in on the next one. Peace, man. I'll see you on the next one. We out. $44. Appreciate y'all, man. I love